Hello. uh, Hi, thank you for joining me. I'm so glad that you stopped by this video and that becoming a CLA ambassador is of interest to you, maybe is exciting for you. Maybe you know about CLA already, or maybe you don't, and you just want to find out more information about it and see if it's a place where you want to become a member and join a community of like-minded and like-hearted individuals who have um, maybe some of the same values that you do. And, maybe you want to network with others who um, care about the earth, who want to make more conscious, empowered decisions about the choices that they have in front of them in their lives. And maybe you want to network with people who are innovators, who have new ideas for how to use energy more efficiently, how to, make a cleaner earth, how to collaborate and communicate together instead of, in opposition to one another in a more competitive nature like we've been experiencing. Maybe you want to think differently and make more conscious choices, and you want to unite with other people who also feel similarly. And, CLA is a community for conscious living alternatives, for more conscious choices, for people to come together in a hub, in a social network, and really get to know one another and collaborate and share. And so I'm excited to tell you a little bit more about CLA here today, and maybe share my screen with you, walk you through the website, walk you through the Facebook page, let you know some ways that you could help us out as an ambassador, let you know what the vision for CLA is. And I'm really excited to share all those things with you. But first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Christine Rose, and I'm the president of Conscious Living Alternatives, CLA. And I am just thrilled that you're here and that potentially you're interested in being an ambassador, or someone's introduced you to this video thinking that you might either want to join the community or that you may want to help as an ambassador. And this could turn into something like a full-time job. This could turn into something bigger down the road. It could be a chance to collaborate and network with the team at CLA and maybe some of the CLA members and different people that are also involved. So, I mean, even though it's an ambassador program, and this is sort of like an ambassador level, if you will, introduction to CLA, the potential here is huge. It's enormous. You can help out in many ways as an ambassador and use that to buff up your resume or your CV and say, I participated in the build of this type of a project and it was really interesting and here's the role I played. It could just be to gain experience. It could be to gain some new skills. Or it could be just because you're passionate about what CLA is about. And I'm going to share some more about that in just a minute. But what I'm saying is that there's an opportunity here for people to get started with something that is an amazing idea. There's nothing like this in the world currently. And it's all in front of us. Like, we're just in the building stages and we haven't launched yet. And so there's a lot of growth and potential here. And we actually need a lot of helping hands in order to make that happen. So I'm thrilled that you're here. I wanted to start with gratitude about that and thank you for being here, for watching this video, for giving me a chance to explain it. And, to have people interested is a blessing. And to have people actually show up and participate and want to share and want to also join hands and link arms in getting something like this out to the world is extraordinary. So with that said, what is CLA? CLA is a hub. It's a place to network with other like-minded and like-hearted individuals who will come together in this social network. It's very much like Facebook, where we have like a social network with a community stream and community activities, groups like you have on Facebook, chat functionality like Messenger and chat that you have on Facebook, we have also. But there's also some special features that we have within CLA that really make us unique and help us to cultivate a unique niche market, if you will, or a unique subset of people who all have similar values and interests and want to get to know one another and collaborate and work together. And so it's a community. It's a community and a social network. And within the network, there are many opportunities for people to participate. Sometimes a person might just be looking for the community itself. Another time, somebody might have something to offer, like a program or a product or a service that they want to offer to a community of this nature. For people who want to make more conscious choices, maybe they're more consciously concerned about the environment or about animals or about, just human beings and how we're getting on in this world, the footprint that we're leaving behind. There's so many reasons why somebody might want to make some more conscious choices. They might be looking at their life and their way that they've been living it and be ready for a huge change and say, like, I want to network with people who have ideas and solutions and who care about the planet and care about the way we're doing things and want to build something a little different than where we're currently at. And that to me is very exciting. I know it's probably exciting to a lot of other people as well. And that's one of the reasons why I got involved with CLA, because I see the potential. I see what it is that we're potentially able to do in a community of like-minded, like-hearted individuals who can come together and combine their energy, their life force, their enthusiasm, their passion, their inspiration to build new things in the world in the spirit of collaboration. And to give their gifts, their messages and their gifts, and share that amongst a community that gets them. So I just think it's a brilliant idea. And in fact, what CLA is it's just a hub. It's just a landing place, a home, or I like to think of it actually as a tree where the roots go deep, and they go deep down into the community, and from within the community is what blooms in the tree, like the branches and leaves that come out, and maybe the flowers that are on the tree and the fruit, that's on the tree, all come from within the community. So it's really literally like roots or veins that all the goodness and the collaboration and the joy and the enthusiasm and the ideas and the innovation and the creativity and all of that comes up through this tree system and just pops up in these, fruits and branches and leaves and stuff blooming because of these interactions and these ideas, and because people came into this community and wanted to share with the world what their gifts or their fruits are. And so that's what I see. And because this is a hub and a social network and the content needs to come from within the community, what we've done at CLA is we have built this platform or this infrastructure that is a social network, a hub, but within it there are features where we showcase, if you will, the content from the community members, what's coming up through the tree. So we showcase the content from within the community. Now, that doesn't mean that CLA endorses anybody's idea or anyone else's vision or prefers people act a certain way or educates a certain way, or CLA is not the teaching or training or cultivating anything here. We are simply a home for people to come together and bring who they are and what they have out. And so we will showcase bits and pieces from within the community in our features. And how would a community member do that? Well, they would contact us and let us know. I'm a writer. I have these stories that I tell about, whatever it may be. It could be about nature. It could be about energy. It could be about self-discovery. It could be like some wisdom. It could be, the sky's the limit. It could be recipes. It could be vegan food recipes. It could be like, there's all sorts of potential. Art, music, drama, theater, just so much. And we have these different opportunities. So we have a blog, we have columns, we have so in the columns, there's like weekly or monthly writers that will contribute, and our audience within the community will get to know certain columnists and look forward to their writing that will come out on a weekly or monthly basis. And then we also have a wormhole, and the wormhole is more for engaging, content like videos or music. But right now we have a bunch of podcasts in there from a couple of different community members who do podcast series interviewing, famous people or relatively famous people or people within a certain community that are, breaking ground, getting well known for one thing or another. And so they've been interviewed, and we share those interviews in the wormhole. And so you might be somebody, or you might know somebody that puts together fabulous podcasts or makes videos, about vegan cooking, or about, I don't know, the sky is just the limit when it comes to what can be in the wormhole. And we literally visualize and see thousands of pieces of content within there in different categories once we launch this and get it going, and it's huge. So that's one of the features of the wormhole. We also have a family conscious feature, which is about more conscious parenting, which is about like some of the newer styles of education, which may be about, how do we as a family make more conscious decisions than what, is in the mainstream, say, for instance. And that's not to say that CLA is trying to educate people on what's right or wrong or anything like that. No, we are warehousing the content place for the members that might be their thing. They might be educators. They may be, family-oriented kind of coaches or guides, and they have written columns, or maybe they do videos and they have some techniques that they want to share. And so we may feature their content within that category. And it's up to the people viewing or reading or listening to the content to determine whether it resonates or not. So once again, I hope this is making sense that CLA is just like the infrastructure, the platform from which the community content will rise up and be featured in these different places on different branches of the tree type of thing. And so that's why our community members are so important. And that's why, even though we haven't really launched CLA yet, we do have some members, and we do have writers and people contributing and to get things started with us from within the community. It's so important because it's like we're bringing what's already here and welcoming more in, but then bringing that up through and building a community and a culture here, if you will, that's more conscious-based. People want to make better decisions, have more choices, network with others. And so there's different features and ways that people can do that. But what we're really looking for right now at this time is ambassadors who want to help to share CLA, who want to get our message out to the world, and who might know people in these communities who are writers or who have products and things that maybe we should be featuring within CLA. And so, we need ambassadors to say, hey, have you heard of CLA? Check this out. This may be a great place for you and your product, and this is the way you think. And so this might be a good fit for you. Or just people who want to share our content. So the columns and the podcasts and the things in the wormhole or in the family conscious feature, maybe that's what you're into and you want to share some of our content within groups that you know. And so we've created content that's easily shareable, and you're welcome to do that. So we need people to go into the community, the actual CLA website in the community in there, and like what's being posted, comment on it, start some conversations, get some activity going within there. Because right now we're just a couple of people trying to build a huge venture. We're trying to build like a huge network, and it's got all these different arms and pieces. So it's really hard for 3 or 4 or 5 people to be all places at once and communicate and comment and like and share and then be posting and then working on the tech in the back end. And so it's a lot for a few people. We definitely need a small army. And there's all kinds of roles for people and ways that you can get involved or just invite people. So I encourage people to reach out to me and let me know if you're interested. And also within CLA, and I'll show you here in a minute, you can join the ambassador group, because very soon we'll start to have some social media posts and different things that you can put up, or that I will put up in the group, and that can be easily shared to let you know that there's something new that can be shared, or maybe some new ideas that we have. So it's just good to stay connected in there and see what's coming out, see if there's stuff that I send out that can be used. And then we also do have a Facebook group. Well, not a see, it's so similar that I even say it that way sometimes. But there's a group within CLA that is very much like our CLA Facebook group. So the same thing that we're doing on Facebook, we're also doing within the community. So let me show you, because it's hard to just talk about it without sharing my screen with you. So I'm just going to share my screen for a minute here and show you a couple of things so that this makes more sense. I hope you can see my screen there. And so what this is, what we're looking at here is actually the Facebook page. We have a CLA Facebook page, and you know, I encourage you to go and like it. Click here and like it, and then you will see the post that we put in here, and you'll be up to date on what's going on and how we're communicating and so on. And you might want to share some of our communications or like and comment on these posts, because it all helps. Every little bit helps, and especially sharing to other groups and on your walls or anything that you think resonates with you. If you share it, it gets more eyeballs looking at this link that says Conscious Living Alternatives, and people will click on that, say, what is this? And maybe they'll come and register. Plus, if they land on this page, they'll see this video, which I've pinned to the top of the page, which is our introduction video. And so it's a short video that people can watch that talks all about what CLA is and what is offered within CLA, and is a great introduction. So you don't have to do all the all the talking and all the work like I'm doing right now. People could just watch this video and get a pretty good idea of what we're doing here. Or there's articles and things you might want to share just by clicking share, and then share it to social media, so on and so forth, wherever you want to share it. And all of these things help. So liking, commenting, sharing, liking the page definitely, and so on, is a big help to us. It's a big thing that you can do as an ambassador. And so we have the CLA group within Facebook, which if you're not a part of that group, you can find it here in our Facebook page. You can find the group. Some people are in the group and have no idea we have a Facebook page. So if you're in the group and you don't know about the Facebook page, then come to the Facebook page and like it here. But the real thing, the real social network, the real area that we would like people to join and become a member of and get involved with is actually not on Facebook. It's actually the community. And so all of those Facebook posts have a link, or most of them do anyway, to bring people to here. And what this is this is our Conscious Living Alternatives community. And right here is where, when people land here, you can just type in Conscious Living Alternatives or click on the links from the social media posts, and it brings people to here. And if you're not already a member, you'll have to sign in. You'll have to join us now, and you'll get a username and a password, and then you log in. But everybody can see, even if you're not a member, you can see that we have these recent posts, which are the blogs and columns, and people can click on those and read those and see what kind of content is within CLA. But also we have these features down the other side where, you know, we have a blog, we have a column section, which is where the columnists have weekly and monthly writing. We also have this wormhole that I mentioned that has the more engaging content, like audio and visual content, that type of thing. And then there's the family conscious that I had mentioned. And we also have the street conscious, which is like short videos about members of the community, what they find inspiring, what maybe they might put a short video together of them playing music or you know, dancing or something, or maybe they're just going to send in a video that has, like John McIntosh often does, is he'll send in a video of like music being played at the Blue and Young subway at downtown Toronto. Or I have some little videos in there about my urban garden in the backyard where I have chickens and pigs in the heart of a city. And, so there's a few interesting things in there, but this is eventually going to have thousands of little videos in it. And the wormhole is going to have thousands of pieces of content within it. And so, this just gives a good idea of what's in here. We also have this art salon, which in the future is going to be like a little boutique where, sorry, just somebody outside there. If you are a member of the community, you can have your wares for sale with an affiliate link inside of this art salon. So it'll be like actual art, like paintings and drawings and so on, clothing, textiles, pottery, even foods, whatever it is that you're selling already in your own websites and so on and so forth can be featured in this art salon with an affiliate link, and people can come into our little boutique or store here and buy your items through using your link within our store. And it's very similar actually to the geo directory, which is here, which is like a little step above that, where it's kind of like the yellow pages for a person to put their business service, provide a little video about what they're about, and then how to contact, like so contact person information, that sort of thing in this geo directory. And really this is a geo directory of this CLA community members. So who is ever in the community can be featured in here for a monthly fee. It's very small, like $10 or $12 or something. And it gives you a listing, and people can network with each other, collaborate with one another, find out who in this community sells whatever it is that I'm looking for. And so it's kind of like this would be the go-to yellow pages for the people that you want to connect with and collaborate with to buy from one another. And so a really great idea, and that might attract people to come and to join this sort of a niche market. And I think that's all I wanted to show you about this. So let's get logged in here, and I'll show you when you register and log in, you actually see a community stream, very much like Facebook. It may be a little slow right now because I've got the Zoom on, and so when I'm running both things at the same time, it takes a little bit longer because it's using up my memory on my computer. But so here we have the community stream, and there's different things that have been posted here recently. You can still see the recent posts here from the blog in the columns, and then you still see the features down the side, but now you can also see the content from within the community, because to get into this, you've now become a community member. And then we also have within here groups. So you can see that you have community groups, which are every group that's in this whole community that you may want to join or not. But if you go into your profile and say you were to select groups, that would just be the groups that you are a part of that would come up and that you would see. There's also, classified ads. We don't have that up and running yet. We may not have that for a little while, but that'll be a way for people to advertise, like I say, in this geo directory, and to have their classifieds featured in the art salon as well. We're not going to have ads featured in the main news stream or what we would call news feed on Facebook, because we don't want to have intrusive ads within this community part, because not everybody's looking to buy something or wants to be advertised to, and so on and so forth. So as a conscious choice, we've determined that we don't want to do that, and we want to keep it very clean and simple, just as a community-based sort of like news feed. And then if people are looking for something that they want to buy, or they're looking to connect with somebody who makes something that they're looking for, they would look in this geo directory. And they would maybe even go to the art salon, and then that's where they would see the advertisements and different things. So let me just show you. I've joined some groups of my own, but when you go to the community groups, a lot of groups are already in here, and this is where I encourage people to go and make their own group. To, like, if you have some kind of a group on Facebook right now, you could make the same group within CLA and decide to, you know, when you post something on Facebook, post it here too. It's an extra step, but you're actually building from the ground up, like in a new environment, where there isn't a whole lot of groups. Like, there aren't thousands of groups in here. There's might be 25 or so groups at this time. So you're one of the first, and you can start to build something, and it'll be more visible because there's only so many groups within here. So these are an idea of what those groups are. The groups can be open, they can be like a public group, or they can be a private closed group. You can invite people to your group. What else can I tell you about groups? Oh, this is what I wanted to say for ambassadors. The Conscious Living Alternatives group I was mentioning, that is just like our Facebook page, is this one right here, Conscious Living Alternatives group. And we're trying to do exactly what we do on Facebook within this group, so people can use it just like they would our Facebook group. But if you want to be an ambassador with us, I would recommend that you join this group, the CLA Ambassador Program. And this is where I will post everything that's coming out about the Ambassador Program, and, you know, the content that could be easily shareable and so on and so forth. So by joining this group, it would really help us so that you are always aware and kept in the loop on new strategies or new things that are coming out that you can share to help to spread the word about CLA. So I recommend that you join those two groups and maybe start one of your own if you're a new person watching this, or if you want to be an ambassador. I think I've talked quite a long time, and I don't want to overdo things, but what I would like to do is I would like to welcome anyone at any time to contact me, Christine, CHRISTINE, at cla.world, or you can contact me within Facebook Messenger if you're my friend, or you can contact me by leaving a message in any of these groups. So I once again want to thank you for being here, for listening to me. I kind of had to run through this twice because I did it once, and I think I did a lot better the first time, but and I forgot to record it. So this time I'm doing it again, and I hope I didn't miss anything. I've got a little note here. Let me see. Oh, another way that you know, maybe you might want to help us is by coming to the weekly meeting that I'm considering having. I think Friday is a good day for most people. However, the time of the one I had today was at 11, and some of the people who were interested in coming, they're in bed at that time. So we were thinking about moving it to earlier, like maybe 9 a.m. on Friday. And then I was thinking, I'm not sure how well that will go over, but I want to have a weekly meeting to discuss the ambassador program, what's coming. And for any new people that keep joining us that think that they want to help to share to get the message out about CLA and all those opportunities that I talked about here. So I will make some posts with a couple of different times probably, or maybe I'll just come up with one and see how well it works. And then we will record, or try to record, those meetings and post them later in case people couldn't get on. Let me just see. I think I've got it all that I wanted to talk about. Yeah. So thank you once again for coming and watching this video. And I hope that we can connect really, really soon. And I hope that you're excited by this. I hope you see the potential here. The fact that this could be a really good project to be working on, great for a resume, great to learn some new skills, wonderful to get in at the beginning and it really helped to grow this thing that could be huge, and that, you know, maybe there's some long-term job or role here for you, depending on what your skills and talents are. And so I'm just encouraging people to reach out and let me know what those may be. And that's it. Thank you. Together is better. Thank you so much for being here. Bye for now.